What up, y'all? So I wanted to do this video before I get rid of both of these. I got a person that wanted to trade me a G6 for both of these, and I just wanted to do this battle right quick for y'all because I feel like this was much owed to y'all. This battle. So this is gonna be the battle of the Honor 6X, bam, and the Moto G5 Plus. So we both 12 megapixel, 12 megapixel with a 2 megapixel secondary camera for bokeh shots and stuff like that, with a single LED flash and a fingerprint sensor. And this has a 1.7 aperture 12 megapixel camera with dual LED flash. Now, which one takes accurate color photos in the daytime? Of course, both of them. In dull weather, this one comes out more natural. This one doesn't. This one comes out a little bit more, how could I say, on the warmer, not on the warmer, the colder side, basically. And pictures may come out like a little bit more darker sometimes on this in the daytime, or if it's like a gloomy day. And at night they come out pretty good. At night for both of them, they basically come out pretty good. Now I know a lot of people was comparing this to the S7 camera. To tell you the truth, these are both good cameras. They're not as great as the S7, but if they had optical image stabilization, they both would be perfect. I would probably wouldn't be getting rid of none of them. I'll probably just keep them or whatever like that. But like I said, I can't pass up a G6. Front-facing camera, which one is better? This had a wider angle. I like this camera a little bit more better. This camera is not bad though. It's not bad at all. But I actually like this one a little bit more better. When it comes down to speaker's right here on the bottom. This speaker is right here. You can see no speaker on the bottom. No, none of that. Speaker's right here. This one is more louder. And if it's not, it sounds more louder just because when something is playing, it's facing you. This one, like I said, this one sounds decent, but I think this one sounds just a little bit more better. For it come down to notifications, I like the Honor 6X a little bit better because it has that LED right there. Moto G6 don't, but it does have this display that, if you tap this, it'll just pop up. So it's just like basically like a quick glance to see if you have anything or not. And if you don't, then, pretty good. Which fingerprint sensor is better than me? I'm going to have to go with the Moto G5. It's just, to me, a little bit more faster. Oh, hold up. Double tap. Alright. Yeah, so yeah, it's just a little bit more faster. For screen quality, if it's coming down to screen quality, I'm gonna have to go with the G6. The G5, I'm sorry. The G5. The Honor 6X is not bad at all though. It's not bad. As you can see right here, this is, a pretty decent screen. Like, it's 1080p. The colors are vibrant. Everything looks perfect. It's sharp. It's definitely sharp. And like I said, it moves fast, everything. But the G5 just a little bit more better. And I love this, like the way when you go into transition, how the background blurs out for a quick second until you get to the next page. I like that transition. For some reason, it just make it look a little bit faster, So UI. This is more of a stock build UI. So if you're looking for that stock build in Android, you're not gonna have all of those what's the name apps, those bloatware apps. You're not gonna have nearly to nothing. This is what I have on my phone. You don't see any bloatware. Any bloatware. The only thing you see is Google apps, and that's it. You know, that's all the bloatware. When you go in here, you see you got On the Community, you got Compass. I mean, I don't know how many people are gonna be using Compass or when you're gonna be in the middle of the woods to use that. But then they got an actual dedicated app for flashlight. They just got a whole bunch of, just to me, bloatware. What else? The Sim tool, the Sim tool kit. Sim tool kit. Damn, I'm messing up like that. You know, they got support. They got all. They just got a whole bunch going on, and it's just a little bit more cluttered to me. When you could just go in here, and you could be like, bam, go straight in here, boom, that's what I want, blam, and just grab that. You know, this one is more like, oh shit, let me see. Now I gotta look through all of these apps. You hear what I'm saying? Another thing I like about Moto G5, gestures. So it's up to you if you want to have your on-screen buttons or not. They're gonna pop up just like these do. Or do you want to take advantage of the full screen? I took advantage of the full screen, and I'm telling you, you catch on so easily to use this fingerprint sensor as basically all of your buttons. You swipe going to your right, and you'll basically reach all your recent apps. You clear all of them out. If you swipe to your left, that'll go back. If you swipe to your, so basically, let me go on Instagram. If I swipe to my left, I'll be out of Instagram. It's basically like a back button. When I tap it, you go back home, or you could close it. And now I think that's holding to go back. It's just like that to close the screen. But it's another one like to go back home. Let me see. I forgot how long you got. Oh, there you go. You just got to tap it, and you go back home. It's just that easy. Like, you get used to it after a while, and it's like, it's easy. It just works. You know what I'm saying? After a while, especially if you're like right-handed. I'm left-handed, and I still use this with my right hand with no problem. So, but this one, like I said, you already know all of your buttons is on screen. So if you're trying to get to this or you're trying to get to that, you just got to use these buttons down here, which is no problem. I mean, I'm not saying it's a problem or anything doing that. I'm just saying, as far as using the fingerprint sensor, is more useful for other things as well. Now, not saying the honors isn't. The honors, you can swipe down and the notification bar come down. It's a couple of things that it does that's pretty good. Now, certain things I like with the honor. These two right here is what I like with the honor. Screen record and screenshot. When you can screenshot stuff off your phone, just like that, or screen record, to me it's a little bit more better, and it helps you out as far as, especially if you're making like videos on YouTube. If you're making like what's on my Android or something like that, and you don't want to make them like kind of how I'm making them, you just want to upload them straight to your phone, don't have to worry about anything else. That's a perfect way to do it. Let's see. Another thing to me that I like about the Honor is this little dark theme they got going on now with the since they updated it to 7.0, and that EMUI software that they got going on here. It just look a little bit better. I'm not gonna lie, I used to like how they had it before, when they had the notification on this side and the quick toggles on that side. So you swipe down on one side of the screen and it bring down this stuff, and on the other side of the screen it bring down all your notifications with like a little timeline. I don't know, I like that a little bit better. But other than that, I mean, the screen is a 5.5 inch 1080p screen, and the Moto G is, I think, a 5.2 inch 1080p screen. I mean, they both do fantastic jobs. like I said, this is the 4 gigs of RAM version, 64 gigs, 4 gigs of RAM. This is 3 gigs of RAM, 32 gigs of storage. And you know, whichever one you go for, you're gonna like them. I mean, it's not like I could say this one is better than this one because it has this, or this one is better than this one because it has that. They both have their downfalls, and they both have their good, their advantages. But like I said, if you're gonna go with any one, go which one that you could get for a deal. That's all I'm gonna say. Go for one that you're gonna get for a deal. I went to Best Buy and I paid, with taxes and everything, $268 for this phone. I bought this phone off of eBay. Like I said, 4 gigs of RAM, 64 gigs of storage, $200. $200. So I bought the case and everything, and I still didn't pay as much as I paid for this phone. Now you got to remember as well, I forgot to tell you about this. It comes down to battery life as well. Battery life is another major thing. I can't lie to you. When it comes to battery life, the Honor 6X is just better. You know, the battery doesn't run out as fast. I'm sorry, but it doesn't. The Moto G, the battery life is great. Don't get me wrong, it's great. This is my secondary phone. I use this for like social media and YouTube and stuff, and I never ran out of battery life. I really tell you the truth, throughout the whole day, like taking pictures and stuff like that, I never even ran out of got down to like 20% with either one of these phones. But I'm not gonna lie to you, a day full of use, I come home, this phone is probably like on maybe like 70 or 60%. This is after watching YouTube. This is after looking on Instagram, looking on Snapchat and stuff like that. This one right here is when I come home, probably like 70 something, 80% sometimes after being on YouTube, and being on like Instagram and Snapchat and all of that. I don't have Facebook on here, and I know Facebook hogs a lot of your battery, and I should put that on there just to see how it is, but I didn't do it yet. What else? So let me show you some pictures. I know we already talked about camera, but let me just show you some pictures right quick. Now, another thing too, if you're getting the phone, right? If you're getting the phone and you want something, if you don't care if it does 1080p or not, then you could just get your Honor 6X. But if you're gonna get something, this does 1080p 30 frames. The Moto G does 1080p 60 frames. It looks way more smoother, and and it actually could record in 4K as well. So don't just look towards this. If you're gonna be spending close to $300 for a phone, or $300 for a phone, because remember, this does come in 32 gigs as well. You can get 3 gigs of RAM, so it could basically be around the same thing like this. I think that one is about like $250 or $240, something like that. So, I mean, you could always get that one as well. They have different variants. Far as they got, I think, a 2 gig one with 16 gigs of storage. They got a 3 gig one with 32 gigs and a 4 gig with 64 gigs, I think. And I also think they got a 4 gig with 32 gigs of storage. So, I mean, you just got to look at that for yourself. But these are some pictures I took on here with the Moto. This is a video. You can adjust the brightness and all of that as you record. I didn't even know that. As you can see right there, I was doing it. so it didn't come out sketchy or nothing. That's in 1080p, 60 frames. I took that photo right there. Looks like it looked like I took it with a badass camera. Which, don't get me wrong, you can't sleep on any one of these cameras. You cannot sleep on. I got a picture right here. Let me see. Where is it? I took this picture when it was just pure darkness outside. Well, not pure darkness, but the sun was just, the sun wasn't coming out yet. Do you see, like, it's just so much detail. You can't see probably off of this camera thing, but I even took this with just my TV on. Just my TV on. As you can look at the cheese nips, you would think it's daylight outside. Nope, this is probably like 3 o'clock in the morning with just my TV on. But this one right here, like, made me want to keep this phone. This is the one that made me want to keep this phone. The way you got the moon in the background, all of that. It was official. And it doesn't record as bad as I thought it did. I thought it was going to record worse than what it did. Even though, like I said, this one records to me better. If you're going to go with a phone, and you're going to be paying around the same price, just get it and recording 60 frames per second, 1080p, comes out much better than what you record on 30 frames. But I mean, that's down to my comparison. I mean, my main things with phones is cameras, the speaker, the software it has on it. Definitely the software it has on it. And the performance. I mean, if they both perform perfect. I mean, I ain't have none lag and none glitch out on me and none of that. Sad to say, I had none of that. They both work perfect, like I said. But it all comes down to you and what you're trying to spend. I would recommend you guys check out eBay instead of going to the stores. I mean, you could go to the store and check them out, go play with them for a minute, see which one you like better. If you like wide-angle cameras, front-facing cameras, to try to get more people in the shot, go with the Moto. If you like that little bokeh effect, where you could go in and they got it right here. You go in and it's kind of like a portrait mode, like how the iPhone 7 Plus got. Then go with that. But if you're gonna be recording a lot, I'm gonna tell you to record. If you're gonna be recording, go with the Moto. On that note, I'm gonna holla at y'all. I know this is like a kind of good, crazy video, but before I even end this, another thing about it. If you guys are looking for cases, I'm not gonna lie to you. This was like one of the best cases I've seen for this phone. It was the Speedgen one. Now this one right here, this one has plenty of cases. So if you getting any kind of phone, just remember, you basically just gonna probably come out with just a Speedgen phone. But this one, the Speedgen case, but this one right here, you're gonna come out with plenty of cases. I mean, when you type in Moto G, you're just gonna come out with plenty of freaking cases. Trust me. But on that note, I'm gonna holla at y'all. And like I said, let me know which one you like in the comments. Definitely like this video and subscribe. I'm gonna holla at y'all later. Peace.